It's been a while. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to try something new since my Minecraft account is wrapped up in, shenanigans, curse you Microsoft, and I haven't found the time to record anything related to Dandy's World, so I thought, since I have a comic, why not make a speed paint video introducing the main characters? Screw it, I'm doing it. I have the time, or I have the spread out time. First, what is my comic about? Well, Superhero by Force is an action comic with sci-fi elements about 5 people who, you guessed it, get superpowers and become superheroes against their will. They followed the lives of the heroes before they got roped into this whole mess, and as well as how they escape Horizon Corp, the company who created them, and is holding them hostage. Yay! If this sounds interesting to you, the link to the comic is in the description below. I currently only have it on one platform, which is on Tapas, but I think I might expand to Webtoon or Comic Fury or another platform. Alright, let's just dive into it. Our first hero to enter the scene is Dexter Peterson, known as Blade to the public. He is the de facto leader of our hero group and initially one of the worst to be such. However, Dexter is adaptive and observant, so he quickly, albeit begrudgingly, grows into his role. Dexter is grumpy, sarcastic, and snappy, and all of these traits are amped up when he's tired. Which sucks, because Dexter's power, energy manipulation, costs him his own energy. Dexter can summon blades of energy that can cut through almost anything, except skin, which it can only scratch or, badly cut. It can't cut clean through it. Metal it can, skin it can't. I don't make the logic. For each piece of my characters, I decided to include 2 flowers that represent each of them. Dexter's flowers are cactus and poppies. Cacti flowers symbolize resilience and endurance, but they also represent Dexter's prickly personality. Poppies, on the other hand, represent remembrance and bloodshed during wartime, and Dexter is the person who's in Horizon Corp's clutches the longest. Very, very much veteran. Dexter's piece, I think, is, I guess, the most bland of the portraits. I really didn't know what to do with Dexter, because I will be honest, his life before herohood, he was a huge lowlife. He was, or he still is, he doesn't get paid money, living paycheck to paycheck. And when the comic starts, Dexter gets fired on his birthday. Yay! So I just decided to have Dexter be surrounded by, cacti and a little field of poppies. Next up is the girl with the only brain cell, Riley. And by that I mean she's the smartest of the group. She has the group's only brain cell. This is not something against women, I'm sorry. Riley Seymour, also known as Barrier, is the most logical of any character and is very quick to learn. While they are a caring person, Riley makes sense of the world through logic, science, and explanation. When there's no reason for anything, Riley gets very confused and doesn't understand anything abstract. So, why not have her make force fields out of thin air that leave her throat absolutely parched? Side note, one of the people who likes reading my scripts has this whole meme about Riley constantly needing water, like a fish. I think it's funny. Anyways, this makes Riley the tank of the team. A tank that needs a water bottle 24/7. The flowers in Riley's portrait are dandelions and chrysanthemums, or at least a single chrysanthemum. Since Riley is a bio major, she's a college student, I thought, why not just have them in a lab setting studying these flowers? Dandelions symbolize hope and resilience, and I also think their constantly spreading nature applies to Riley a lot, since Riley does not give up easily. Chrysanthemums, or mums, symbolize a lot of things, but white mums symbolize honesty and loyalty, which also suit Riley's personality. The third person to join the team is a cheerful guy named Austin Schneider, who will be known as Solar Flare. Austin uses any and all pronouns, they don't care. She's a social butterfly and the ray of sunshine everyone on the team cherishes. If you come for Austin, the others come for you. Austin wants to help everyone, and being the innocent soul he is, He's very naive, and sometimes social cues completely escape him. You can probably guess what Austin's powers are by the alias Solar Flare. No, they're not pyrokinesis. I'd like to call Austin's power Eye of the Sun. Not I as in the body part, but I as in the letter. Austin can heat up his body to an unknown limit of degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius, and use long-range heat waves that's more akin to pyrokinesis mimicry. It's more Austin is the frickin' sun. When she uses this power for too long, Austin can become sick and stay very hot for a while. And Austin melts a lot of things, including everyone's hearts. Austin's flowers both represent innocence in some shape or form. Daisy symbolizes purity and joy on top of innocence, and Baby's Breath means purity and love. And Austin's portrait, I thought it would be fun if he made a daisy chain. It's a very Austin thing to do, and I love how this portrait turned out. Especially since I've never played with this kind of shading with the sun directly above Austin, which suits him even more. And believe me, Austin is making everyone flower crowns. Everyone needs a big butthole who goes through a dramatic transformation. And that's what Spencer Johnson is. Spencer joins the team. I lost my script. Spencer joins the team with a big, ignorant head that may or may not hold internalized homophobia. But at the end of their arc, that all gets deflated. Spencer still keeps his cockiness, of course, but their ability keeps them humble. Spencer is very much bold, cocky, confident, everything that starts with a C. Anyway, on to his ability. Spencer can heal anyone, including himself subconsciously, but he will feel the pain that the person is experiencing. He has to touch them in order to heal. It's simple, but very effective at teaching Spencer empathy. However, Spencer can also make any wound he touches worse if he chooses to do so. Think horrible infection, increased size. If it's a cut, it grows bigger. Spencer doesn't like his ability at first since he thinks it's a sidekick power, but eventually they'll come to realize his value with the help of someone expected. Not expected, unexpected. You know what? I'm keeping that in. I don't care anymore. The flowers in Spencer's portrait are geranium and hyacinth. Red geraniums are associated with protection and courage, and Spencer's true personality is buried beneath layers of toxic masculinity. That's really what Spencer is, courageous. Hyacinths, specifically purple hyacinths, mean sorrow and deep regret. And I didn't know where to put any in this portrait. They represent Spencer's character arc, so I really wanted them to be in the portrait. So I gave Spencer a leather jacket with a hyacinth patch stitched into it. Everything else around Spencer, geraniums. Hyacinths are also a symbol of queer love. Hint, hint. I really like how Spencer's portrait turns out. It was a really fun thing, really fun perspective thing. Just like his arc. Okay, I'll stop. I'm currently writing Spencer's script as of recording this, and I'm not done. I've hit a writer's block. But still, Spencer, good. Spencer, I want to squish him. Anyway. The final member to officially become part of the team is Claire Stanton, who will be known as Phantom. Shoot, I forgot to say that Spencer will be known. I forgot to say Spencer will be known as Splint. Anyway, Claire. Claire has a strong sense for justice and comes off as cold to others. She was going to major in forensic science to become a detective because she loves forensic science, and she loves murder mysteries. But Horizon Corp had other plans when Claire decided to investigate what was going on with the heroes at the time and try to save them by volunteering, which is how Horizon Corp gets most of its victims. That's right, Claire, one of the smartest people beside Riley, fell into the trap. Claire gets the power of invisibility, but like Austin, it's not just that. When invisible, Claire becomes faster. She can go in and out to maintain that speed buff, in and out of invisibility, but it strains her. And sometimes Claire can pass through people like a ghost. I have not cemented whether it's both visible and invisible. I think it would be fun if she can just pass through people when visible. That would be fun, and that's why she's called. This is why she's called Phantom. This all leads to Claire's drawback. She gets dizzy if she uses her power for too long. She can use them for longer if she stays still, though. Like a spy. Super spy. Yeah. Cut her some slack. She's the youngest of the group, actually. For Claire, I wanted her flowers to be strong and straightforward, and only one of them is, ironically. I don't know why. Black-eyed Susans mean perseverance and justice, which is what Claire stands for. It's her at a core. Hydrangea, however, can mean multiple things. I think white hydrangea, which symbolize honor and grace in some context, suit her best. I had no clue what to do with Claire's portrait. But then I went, she wants to be a detective. Let's make a conspiracy board. So here we are with Claire solving a flower mystery. And with that, we are not done. You thought I was done? No, just stand right there. Let me throw this final guy at you. Meet Jacob Hughes, our morally gray-framed villain that Horizon Corp keeps chasing. Jacob is a shell of his former self. He used to work for Horizon Corp, but obviously stuff went down since then. Jacob was so compassionate, naive, but now is covered by a need to survive. And luckily, Jacob has the perception and intelligence to keep himself out of Horizon Corp. And it includes stealing, which Jacob hates, but they needed to keep going. Survival instincts. Jacob's yes, I said it, 2 powers, help him with the crime doing, but not so much combat. Jacob can teleport to places Storm has already seen. Yes, Jacob has neopronouns. He uses he, they, and Storm pronouns. If he teleports too much within a set amount of time, they can't do so until the period is up. Which is around, I don't know the limitations, if Jacob uses all of his charges, he has to wait for an hour to do so again, to teleport. Jacob also has shadow puppetry. He can control the shadows to cover himself, but they can't hurt anyone. Yes, his eyes are off. Yes, they change color. This is justified, okay? Jacob received a heavy dose of power-giving serum, and it has its effects. Let me make my Mary Sue O.C. quality work. Let me make it work. Let me cook. Jacob is one of the only people keeping Dexter going. I sure wonder why. On an unrelated note, who loves Doomed Yowie? Asters and Edelweiss represent Jacob the best. Both have love in their symbolism. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Asters also represent wisdom and patience, which is, Jacob has to have a lot of it. Edelweiss can mean sacrifice, which totally isn't another hint. As of writing and recording this, I haven't figured out what to do with Jacob's portrait, but I hope it turns out well. Editing Weirdo will tell me if it is. And with that, we are officially done talking about mostly everyone significant in Superhero by Force. I really like all of my characters, and I hope you have the time to check out the comic. Link in the description. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to like and or subscribe to let me know. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you... Thank you for tuning... I can't get this line right. I script this whole thing and improvise some, but it's the last line. The last line. You know what? I'm keeping this blooper in too. The audience just gets to hear me suffer. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all later.